Achieving your goals and dream is supposed to be hard, painful and stressful. It may look right, but not for everybody. It depends upon your mindset, it depends upon approach. Most of the toppers whom I've interacted and interviewed in the last 15 years, after achieving success, they looked happy, they looked excited, they looked calm and they looked composed. Contrary to this, most of the average students whom I interviewed, even after achieving success, they looked stressed and they looked burned. So what is that secret sauce, or what is that secret ingredient or secret sauce of toppers, because of which or due to which they not only prepare, compete, succeed and top the examinations, but they also manage to stay happy and excited in this entire journey? So the topic of today's talk is extremely interesting: how to remain happy and excited and still achieve your goal. Good afternoon, boys and girls. This is Avinash Agarwal, your success guide in the journey of scoring more marks and cracking exams and achieving your goals. The topic of today's talk is extremely important and extremely powerful, and the topic is how to remain happy and excited and still achieve your goals. So we were talking about that secret ingredient of toppers, but before we get into the secret ingredient of topper, let's understand the model on which most of the average student work. The model on which most of the average student work is what I call as do, have, be model. Do, have, be. Do the work, have the result and be happy. Now happiness in this model comes at the end, and happiness, you can only be happy once you achieve the goals. So the basic flaw with this model is that, as I said, that happiness comes in the end and you can only be happy once you achieve the goals. So in case if you are not able to achieve the goal, then directly or indirectly it means that you don't have any right to be happy. Also, since the happiness is coming in the end, and so the entire journey right from doing the preparation to having the result is full of stress, is full of pressure, full of anxiety, because you are chasing something and you're always scared that whether you would be able to do it or whether you'll not be able to do it. So just imagine of a situation if your entire journey, if your entire preparation is full of stress and full of anxiety and pressure. Can you imagine to reach your peak? Or can you imagine to reach your maximum potential? So just think about it. Is it possible to reach your maximum potential when you're not happy and always scared that you might not achieve the end goals? Also, you never reach your peak because you perform at peak levels only when you're happy inside. Somebody has rightly said, the happiness inside determines the peak outside. It converts you from a victim to victor. Another problem with this model is that, just think this model from the perspective of an average student who may or may not achieve success at the end of the day. So what does it mean if an average student gave his 100% and because of some reason he has not been able to achieve the desired results? Does it mean that he doesn't have any right to be happy? This model says so, because this model, the happiness is only and only based upon whether you're able to achieve your goals or not, irrespective of fact, whatever hard work you have done. So that's why I say that there are certain flaws in this model, and that's the reason that why this model is full of stress and full of anxiety. Another thing which I want to highlight over here is that, since I said that this model is full of stress and anxiety, happiness which comes at the end of this model, that is also short-lived, that is also momentary. Because once you achieve your goals, you're happy for some moments and then you start chasing some other goals. So happiness is momentary, happiness is short-lived, and at the end of the day, what I want to stress upon is that this model is full of stress, full of anxiety, and you are never able to achieve your potential, or you are never able to convert your potential into performance. Contrary to that, the toppers work on an entirely different model, and that model I call as be, do, have. Be, do, have. Be happy, do the work and have the results. So here in this model, if you see, the biggest difference is that in the earlier model, happiness was coming in the end. In this model, happiness is coming in the start. We are saying be happy, we're starting with the happy model. BDH model is not only exciting and rewarding and less stressful, but the success rate is also higher. Toppers happily achieve results, and the average student tries to achieve results in order to be happy. Toppers never care, and toppers happily achieve their results because they never care about the end result. This reminds me of a very, very interesting incident, a very, very interesting story about Mahendra Singh Dhoni. At the trailer launch of his movie Mahendra Singh Dhoni, he was doing it in a mall. One of the students asked Mahendra Singh Dhoni, "Sir, can you share some life lessons to us?" He shared two interesting life lessons, which I'll quickly tell. He said that when he was in class 12th and he was preparing for his board examination, he wanted to go and play a match outside Ranchi. But he was reluctant because his examinations were very close. So he went to his father and said, "Dad, I want to go and play this match, but this match is outside Ranchi. Should I or should I not?" His father thought for a moment and he said, very interesting reply his father gave. His father told him, "अगर सारे साल पढ़ा होगा तो 2 दिन नहीं पढ़ने से कुछ होगा, और अगर सारे साल नहीं पढ़ा होगा तो 2 दिन पढ़ने से भी कुछ नहीं होगा. So in essence what he wanted to say was that if you have studied throughout the year, 2 days here and there would not make any difference, and that is what toppers believe. Another thing which Mahendra Singh Dhoni said, that he said that cricket was his life, cricket was his passion, and he gave 100% to his cricket. And he said that when he started playing cricket at school level, at city level, and at district level, he never thought that he would even get selected for the Indian cricket team. He said that every game, every match, every ball he played, he gave his 100%. He played with 100% excitement, 100% happiness, and he gave 100% to the entire and each and every match. And during this and his entire cricketing struggle, he never thought about the end result, that whether he would ever get selected in the Indian cricket team or not. He enjoyed the process. And contrary to that, most of the students, before they start preparing for any kind of competitive examinations, we start thinking about the end results, and that is what creates pressure. So what I'm trying to say is that what we learn from the story of Mahendra Singh Dhoni is that we have to enjoy the journey. We have to start the process. एक और चीज़ जो मैं स्टूडेंट से बहुत बार शेयर करता हूँ कि किसी भी कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम की जब हम तैयारी करते हैं, ये जो जर्नी है बहुत लंबी और बहुत ही मेहनत वाली जर्नी है, और इस जर्नी के अंदर कोई भी शॉर्ट टर्म मोटिवेटर्स नहीं आते. आपको 1 साल या 2 साल के बाद पता चलता है कि जो आपने सोचा था कि आप उसे वाकई में अचीव कर पाए नहीं कर पाए. और ये इस जर्नी के अंदर सक्सेसफुल होने का एक ही तरीका है कि हर दिन हमें अपना कॉम्पिटिटर बनना पड़ेगा. माने जब हम तैयारी कर रहे हैं तो हमें एक लक्ष्य अपने दिमाग में हरदम रखना है. हमें अपनी तैयारी की, क्या मैं अपनी तैयारी को अगले लेवल पर ले जा पा रहा हूँ, नहीं ले जा पा रहा हूँ. अगर आज मैं इस लेवल पे हूँ तो क्या मैं अपनी तैयारी को इस लेवल पे ले गया, फिर इस लेवल पे ले गया, फिर इस लेवल पे ले गया. As long as the answer to this question, if an answer to this question you are getting, that am I able to take my preparation to the another level, if the answer to this question is yes, then your preparation is going in the right direction. If the answer to this question is no, then there is something wrong somewhere and probably we need to do an introspection. मैं कहने की जो कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, for you to do this, to continuously keep on evaluating that whether you are able to take your preparation to the next level, you have to be happy inside, you have to be excited, you have to be enthusiastic. जब तक आप वो नहीं सोचेंगे कि बिना किसी बेस की तैयारी करे हुए मैं यहाँ से यहाँ, जब तक वो जोश, जुनून और जज्बा नहीं आएगा कि हमें हर दिन, हर सेशन में अपनी तैयारी को अलग लेवल पर ले जाना है, तब तक हम कामयाब नहीं होंगे. और ये जोश, जज्बा और जुनून तभी आ सकता है when we are happy inside. So it is so what I'm trying to say, my friends, is that it is extremely important for us to achieve success in any competitive examination. It is extremely important to remain happy, to remain excited. In fact, that is what should form the base before we start the preparation. We should not wait for happiness when we crack the examination or when we achieve the results. We should be happy and excited right from day one. Somebody has rightly said that we shouldn't do things so that we can be happy, but we should be happy before so that we can do things. Also, research says that people in happy state are better at solving problems than people who are negative and neutral. You also reach your peak easily, things start looking easy, and you start enjoying the study. Being in a happy state, you also release a hormone called dopamine, which boosts your performance or which helps you in improving your performance. Boris Becker once said after losing a match that I love to win, I can handle the losses, but most importantly, I love to play. So the lesson is that we should get into that mode wherein we start enjoying the journey rather than thinking too much about the end result. Remember, it is the toppers who approach the BDH approach. Be happy, do the work and have results. They are able to do so because they have belief in themselves. They are able to do so because their why is very clear. They are able to do so because they enjoy the process, because they are willing to move out of the comfort zone, because they do not worry too much about the end results. So in nutshell, what I'm trying to say is that let's not postpone happiness. When our ultimate goal is to be happy, why should we postpone happiness? In fact, I advise the students that, if happiness is not coming naturally to you, then probably it is good to do some activities which make you happy at the end of the day. Believe me, being in a happy state will help you in your preparation. Also remember, last but not the least, there is a word of caution over here, is that shifting from doing things first to being happy first, or shifting from DHB state to BDH state is slow and painful. But once you reach that stage, it is transformational. It is nothing less than magic. Things will come in a flow state. Things will start happening on their own. You will remain happy. You will remain excited. Things will become easily, and every day you will be able to see that your preparation is moving from one level to another level and to another level and to another level. I would also like to share with you the happiness quadrant. Suppose on the x-axis we have goals and fulfillment, and on the y-axis we have the happiness. So there are 4 quadrants: quadrant number 1, quadrant number 2, quadrant number 3 and quadrant number 4. In the quadrant number 1, the happiness is at the highest level and the goal and fulfillment at level is the lowest level. मतलब आप हैप्पी हैं बट गोल्स और फुलफिलमेंट आपके नहीं हो रहे हैं. दैट मीन्स कि आप एक मस्ती वाली स्टेज में हैं. दैट मीन्स आप कैजुअल स्टेज में. दैट मीन्स कि क्वालिटी ऑफ स्टडी जो हो रही है हैप्पीनेस क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 1 में लो क्वालिटी ऑफ स्टडी हो रही है. आप क्लास में नोट्स ले रहे हैं बट क्लास की बात को नहीं समझ रहे. आप प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग कर रहे हैं बट क्वेश्चंस को खुद नहीं कर रहे, क्वेश्चंस के पीछे से सोल्यूशन दे रहे हैं. आप अपने कंफर्ट जोन में रह रहे हैं. तो कहने का मतलब पढ़ाई हो रही है क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 1 में पर उतनी जोश और जज्बे के साथ पढ़ाई नहीं हो रही है. इसीलिए हैप्पीनेस तो है बट गोल फुलफिलमेंट की तरफ हम कम जोश से जा रहे हैं. क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 2 जो है वो आइडियल क्वाड्रेंट आता है जिसमें हैप्पीनेस भी पीक पे है और गोल्स और फुलफिलमेंट भी हम पीक पे जा रहे हैं. तो क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 2 इज व्हाट आई कॉल एज टॉपर्स क्वाड्रेंट और टॉपर्स स्टेट ऑफ माइंड, जहां पे सबसे ज्यादा जो आप मेहनत कर रहे हैं आप हैप्पी स्टेट में भी हैं और गोल्स और फुलफिलमेंट की तरफ भी जा रहे हैं. दैट इज द आइडियल क्वाड्रेंट टू बी इन. क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 3 जो है जहां पे हैप्पीनेस आपकी कम है, सबसे कम है और गोल्स और फुलफिलमेंट भी कम है, ये एक नेगेटिव स्पाइरल वाला क्वाड्रेंट है. दिस इज द वर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट. यू शुड नेवर एस्पायर टू बी इन दिस क्वाड्रेंट. ये क्वाड्रेंट में बच्चे की मनोस्थिति सबसे बुरी होती है और वो बच्चा जिस स्टेट में होता है उस स्टेट को हम सैड बोलते हैं. SAD. स्ट्रेस्ड हैं आप, एंशियस हैं आप, डिप्रेस्ड हैं आप, अपने यू आर किलिंग योर टाइम, यू आर नॉट ऑन ट्रैक एंड यू आर डायरेक्शनलेस. सो दिस इज द वर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट. और क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 4 है जिसपे गोल्स और फुलफिलमेंट की तरफ तो आप जा रहे हैं बट हैप्पीनेस क्वेश्चन जो है आपका इसमें सबसे कम है. तो ये वाला क्वाड्रेंट जो है इसकी जो स्टेट है इसका मतलब जबरदस्ती आप अपने आप को फोर्स कर रहे हैं, बहुत हार्ड मेहनत कर रहे हैं. आप एक तरीके से रगड़ू स्थिति में हैं या घिस्सू स्थिति में हैं. आप सुबह 5 बजे उठ के 3 घंटे का मॉक टेस्ट दे रहे हैं या बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत कर रहे हैं, मेहनत ज़्यादा हो रही है और इसमें आपका आउटपुट कम निकल के आ रहा है. तो आइडियली चारों क्वाड्रेंट मैंने आपको बताए. इधर इस साइड में मैंने आपको हैप्पीनेस रखा था, इस साइड में गोल्स रखा था. क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 1 में आप लो क्वालिटी ऑफ वर्क कर रहे हैं या आपका क्वालिटी ऑफ वर्क लो है. क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 2 एक टॉपर्स क्वाड्रेंट है. क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 3 एक नेगेटिव स्पाइरल वाला क्वाड्रेंट है. क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 4 एक बहुत ज़्यादा हार्ड वर्क एंड लो एफिशिएंसी क्वाड्रेंट है. तो आप अपने आप का कोशिश यही रहना चाहिए कि हरदम आप क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 2 में रहें. क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 1 से 2 में आना आसान है और 4 से आना आसान है. तो अगर आप क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 3 में हैं जिसको कि नेगेटिव स्पाइरल क्वाड्रेंट है तो यू हैव टू क्वेश्चन योर सेल्फ. यू नीड टू रीजन आउट कि आपका कहीं ना कहीं तैयारी में कुछ कमी है और आपको बहुत भारी इंट्रोस्पेक्शन की सख्त जरूरत है. इस क्वाड्रेंट को भी आप अपनी तैयारी को एनालाइज करने के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं. आई हैव रिसेंटली रिटन ए बुक व्हिच इज कॉल्ड टॉपर स्टडी हैक. द बुक इज बेस्ड अपॉन द सक्सेस स्टोरी ऑफ मोर देन 100 NEET and JEE toppers whom I have interviewed in the last 15 years. The book has got a lot of tips and techniques which have the capability, which have the power to take your preparation to a different level altogether. The book talks about all aspects of preparation. It has a lot of case studies, a lot of interesting stories, a lot of interesting experiences of the toppers like revision कैसे करना है, क्वेश्चन पेपर को अटेम्प्ट कैसे करना है, स्ट्रैटेजी कैसे बनानी है, डिस्ट्रैक्शन से कैसे दूर होना है, फोकस कैसे डेवलप करना है, सब्जेक्ट के अंदर इंटरेस्ट कैसे करना है, रात को पढ़ना है या दिन में पढ़ना है, प्लानिंग कैसे बननी है. Me, my friends, each and every question which you have in your mind, this book has got an answer to that question. I would request all of you to get a copy of the book. The book is available both at Amazon and Flipkart. Thank you, bye-bye, and all the best, and yes, be happy.